Se eu vou atrapalhar o HUD do jogo aqui, fica aqui no canto superior esquerdo, vamos ver. Tá. Acho que agora não atrapalha. Pontos de ego. Uma linha do tempo. Vou ver para não afetar a história.
Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for handover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra, A, B, C.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe, but please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
Ah, mas já vai entregar assim o...
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place indeed.
Tout à fait, Hastings. The streets of Andover are in a terrible state.
Look, there's Chief Inspector Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
Good job.
Over here, it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30. Luckily, the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Ah, tá.
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
Tá. Yes.
Jap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
What type of woman was Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but separated, no children.
Her husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
Do you think he's guilty?
We'll look for Franz Asher. If he doesn't have an alibi, the case is closed. A very unoriginal murder.
Peut-être. May I examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
I'll be with you in a minute, Poirot.
Prima. Ah, pesca, motel. Peraí, vamos olhar a cena do crime primeiro. Deixa a cena do crime lá pra...
Jap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
Ah, muito importante.
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC. It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book. Red liquid is oozing out. Is it blood? No, it's just some strawberries that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite.
Uma coisa que eu não vi.
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC. It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book.
Tem que ver a vítima. Caixa de fósforo.
She has a packet of Play cigarette next to her
cigarettes.
hand. Did she drop it when she fell? This poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood. She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle. I can't see any other mark on the floor. The body is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop store. Many customers must have thought that Mrs. Asher had popped out. There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf. The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene. Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
Tudo aí, olha. Tudo aí observa, né?
So, Poirot, any news?
Agora as
So,
observações do
there
resto.
is no fingerprints, but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
Perguntas. Tá, isso.
A murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. the absence of fingerprints, and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
Ah, 5 pontos de ego. Opa! Ah, não, tem mais coisas aqui.
The door is locked.
Trancado. Não dá pra ver. Ele chegou a ver tudo isso aqui já.
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore an employee might have noticed something. Dash! A puddle! How clumsy.
Ah!
This place is run down.
Lixo. Tudo.
This is a really cutthroat neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime.
Isso aqui é o ego, né? Isso aqui vai dar pontos de ego, só pode. Não, não foi não.
Dash! A puddle! How clumsy.
Ah. No fim não vai... Caminha pela calçada então, para não reclamar. Não dá para entrar. Falar com o guarda. Não. Cara, falta alguma coisa. Tá, faltou ver alguma coisa. O do guia já tá... Eita, o do guia já escolheu. Tá, no local. Isso. Isso aqui não tem.
Mrs. Asher was killed here. The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
Falta investigar alguma coisa lá, peraí. Ah, falta uma pista. Interessante, já tem meio pré-determinado. É claro, qualquer jogo é. Pois é, não viu o caixa, né? Isso é o que eu queria. Eu ia passar queria passar pelo corpo.
The till does not appear to have been touched. I have to check that nothing is missing from it. Something is preventing the drawer from opening.
Deixa eu ver uma coisa. Não, por baixo não.
A mechanism has just made a fan click.
Tem um número 5 ali.
The till is full of money, but there is something strange. Something is hidden underneath. Something is hidden underneath. Something is hidden underneath.
Não dá pra ver de baixo, né? Ali é 5, né? 8. Tá, tem que apertar.
I need to find the code.
5. Peraí. Não, o 8 é na frente. Tá, agora entendi. O 8 é 8. 8, 5. Peraí. 8, 5, 2.
I need to find the code.
Deu. Uma chave.
This must be the key to the back of the shop.
Ah, agora sim. Tá, aperte o botão X para...
The door is locked.
Não, peraí. Uma caixa.
What a strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it. It is blocked. It is blocked. It is blocked.
Peraí.
It is blocked.
Nessa lateral aqui não. Ué, aqui nada. Peraí, acho que eu tenho que deslizar, né? Deslizar o controle.
It is blocked. It is blocked.
Deu um tempão aqui desse jeito. Ah, é aqui, deve ser.
It is blocked. It is blocked.
Nossa, faz barulho. Então deixa eu ver a parte de baixo da caixa, pô. Ah, agora sim. Tá, agora vai.
This button appears to activate the mechanism. It is blocked.
Ainda não. Opa! Tá.
That should do it.
Opa!
Who is this young woman? To my dear Aunt Alice, Marie Drauer.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her. I've finished with this subject.
Tá, não tem mais nada. Espelho. Ah! Se arrumando o espelho. Tá legal. Deixa eu ler. Chuveiro de ferro.
This interior is very simple.
Ele fogão. Água. De maneira simples, tá?
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Ah, o armário. Puxa. Olha isso.
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
Não.
The wooden flower is preventing the circle from turning. I heard a faint sound as if something was unlocked. It is blocked.
Embaixo. Puxa, tem aqui em cima também.
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move. These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move. These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move. It is blocked.
Aí eu acho que eu tô... Tá, deixa, agora eu entendi. Deixar os... Tá, aqui fez um barulho. Ó, tá. Ele faz um barulho diferente quando... Tá. Ó.
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman. From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
É. E sangue.
blood. Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds? An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
É roubo. Não há objetos de valor e o caixa está intacto e cheio de dinheiro. O motivo do crime não é roubo, tá certo? É isso aí.
The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle and the till has not been forced or emptied. I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
É isso. É isso aí.
4 pence a lettuce, a lovely large lettuce, 4 pence only.
This woman appears to be a smoker. She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
Falar agora. Importante pro caso é perguntar o relacionamento com a vítima.
Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh. Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous. I know that you went to the tobacco shop yesterday.
Well?
It is your duty to tell me if you saw something unusual.
Who do you think you are telling me what to do? Get away from my stall!
Desdém. A mulher não quer nem saber, né, cara?
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
Eu vou ter que... Parei. Agora, parei. A sobrinha suspeita. Ah, vou dizer que ela é suspeita, então. Vou ter que acusar ela.
You again?
Ah, vou ter que
I've
acusar
nothing to
ela.
say.
Pra ela abrir o bico, né? Senão não vai falar. Quer?
You again? I've nothing to say. Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
Ah.
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable. Is her grief sincere? She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile. You were very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Did Franz Asher extort this money from her?
No. She didn't let him intimidate her. She gave the money quite willingly. He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle. Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jack says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her. The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as he turned around to serve him.
Tá. Ele não apareceu ainda. Tá. Achou ele.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
A box of new stockings. It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about her possible debtors and creditors. Boldly. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
Ja. Vou lá na outra peça, ó. Ver se tem algum.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Remédio.
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from... There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf. Is not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
Eu vou tirar alguma informação do comerciante ali. Ah, peraí. Vou tacar isso aqui nele.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead. A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
Isso. Carta. Falta alguma coisa. Falta informação aqui. Um horário aproximado. Tem que falar com ela de novo.
I am accusing you of the murder of Mrs. Asher.
What? It wasn't me!
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Enough lies.
It's not lies. But you're not quite as clever as what you think.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. You want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Ah, tu vê, olha, ela usava isso.
Let us now try and get our brand sales to work.
Tá legal. Devido ao balcão. Tá. Certo. Nele. Ah, dá uma cheirada. Quase bebum.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Observação, menino.
This man is in rather a bad state.
Sim. Hoje. Lá vamos escada.
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
What are you looking at me like that for?
What were you doing yesterday at the time of the crime?
Can't recall.
Come on, my friend. Try to remember. It is important.
I'm really sorry, sir.
Ah,
but I
não.
don't remember it.
A abordagem
I see.
Não,
But
não.
maybe you do remember threatening to kill your wife?
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that
Ah,
badly.
tem que ameaçar esse cara.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
Tá mentindo.
The truth is that someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him?
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Eu tenho que falar com o cara pra dar o alho pra ele.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Tá, peraí, eu deixei passar alguma coisa, tipo...
The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Asher turns around to greet a customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her. He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Respondido. Tá.
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
Melhor tu ver. Se interagir com.
Ah, some cool hair. It is not the right time.
Tá.
It is not the right time. No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
Ah, até o crocodilo. O crocodilo que ganha. Cara, tem todos os detalhes aqui dos livros. Que é muito bom. Não. Muito bom. A carta. Pera aí. Ah, não, tem que... Pera aí, tem que conferir aqui. Conferir o visual. Tem que. Muito bom. Pega a carta.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC. The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more. Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
What?
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
É a máquina tá... Peraí. Ah, oui.
Yes, this I is weird.
Eu acho que é a vírgula, né?
The W is not printed properly.
Ó, o W falhando, é. O A já marquei.
I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word.
Tá, deixa eu olhar aqui. W tá errado. Falta alguma coisa aqui, deixa eu ver uma coisa. Eu acho que o E não. O E tá.
Let us examine the characters in this word. 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 Nothing to report for these characters. Let us examine another word. The W is not printed properly.
Cinco.
Let us examine the characters in this word. I don't see anything in particular. Let us look at another word. Let us examine the characters in this word.
Não essa palavra aqui. Yes.
Let us examine the characters in this word.
Não é isso. Então ele tá. O R tá.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. The W is not printed properly. However, the characters in the two words do not match.
De repente eu não estou enxergando. Sim, eu estou achando o apóstrofo aqui.
Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this
Não
word.
é aqui, não está aqui.
Let us examine the characters in this
Não
word.
é.
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Ah, tá. Tá, eu clico aqui e clico na outra. Tá, eu I.
Yes, this I is weird.
Ah, tá, entendi agora.
No, this character does not appear to have any defects. Let us examine another word. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Tá,
I
eu
have to
cliquei.
find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
O W falhando. Então,
The W is not printed properly.
tá, tem que achar um W aqui.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
É isso. Tá. Deixa eu
Both
marcar
letters
no-
were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Cliente especial, o guia. E a carta anunciando? Não. Começar com B. Isso.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there. Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC. It's impossible to get through to Scotland Yard. No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
Ei,
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
To Scotland Yard, please. Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons. Japp has invested a great deal in his career. Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder. Jap appears to be snowed under. Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good. Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine?
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. A braided seat belt. It may have belonged to the victim. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Arranca o pescoço. Sim, e ela não resistiu. Tá.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
É os guias, né?
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that. This hut is locked. The key does not fit the lock.
Então, tem um número ali na...
There is no doubt about it. Bexhill has one of the most beautiful beaches in the area.
É 6. 6. O número caiu. O número da porta caiu, tá invertido.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Poxa, onde é que eu vou achar isso? Peraí, tá rebuscado ali na parede 7, 715. 715 ali.